Hello guys, what is up? My name is Dan the Delight and today I'm bringing you another FIFA 21 player review. This time the man that we are reviewing is Mark Overmars, the Dutch and mainly Arsenal Ajax left forward, left wing, left mid, 88 rated version of him. So as always with these reviews, we'll get into the base stats, get into the attribute details, get into some gameplay, and then I'll let you know what I think his stats really do feel like and where he sits on the list of the best left forwards I've reviewed so far on FIFA 21. So, Mark Overmars, 5'8", high medium work rates, left footed, 3-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, which is fantastic. Skill moves obviously only at 3 stars. It's not too bad, to be honest. 3 is the minimum that you need. 5-star weak foot is incredible. 95 pace. I think that's the fastest card that I've reviewed so far. 81 shooting, 80 passing, 88 dribbling, 44 defence, 64 physical. So we know what this guy's all about. He's going to be quick and he's going to be good at dribbling, hopefully anyway. And his shooting's not too bad either, especially that 5-star weak foot. That should come in very handy indeed. So hopefully it should equate to a really good player and a lot of fun as well. So let's get into the attribute details now and see how those stats are actually made up. Then we'll get into some gameplay to see how he plays in the game. Alright, so 95 pace, it's insane. Made up of 96 acceleration, 94 sprint speed. It speaks for itself. Got not much more to say there other than that is an insane stat. The 81 shooting, made up of 86 attack positioning, which is great, 82 finishing, 80 shot power, 83 long shots, 75 volleys, 68 penalties. So not the best shooting that I've ever used, obviously. 82 finishing is pretty good for the finishing as well, but it could be improved, to be honest there. Obviously we've got the card, the Hawk on there to improve the shooting a little bit. But yeah, not the best shooting, but really good pace, so hopefully that will make up for it. And then an 80 passing, which made up of 78 vision, 88 crossing, 66 free kick accuracy, 80 short pass, 75 long pass, 82 curve. Really, for a left forward, crossing is probably, and short passing I guess, are the only two that are really important. They're not bad, especially the crossing. The crossing is real good, so if you've got like a bigger guy in the middle, maybe you can cross over a little bit using him, so not too bad at all there. And then the 88 dribbling, made up of 89 agility, 87 balance, which are really good stats for like the turns and all that sort of stuff. 88 reactions, 86 ball control, 89 dribbling, 82 composure. Some really nice stats in there. Dribbling is definitely going to be one of the key things that we're looking to use with this guy. 44 defending, we're not going to get into due to the fact he's a left forward and he's not going to be defending anyway. And then the 64 physical with the 60 jumping, 88 stamina, 55 strength and 56 aggression. Now that strength is low and that might cause some problems. Hopefully the pace and the dribbling will mean that we don't need to rely on his strength too much, because hopefully that means he won't be sort of shoulder on shoulder on with too many people because he'll be already away from them. But again, the strength is low on there. So obviously the main stats that we're going to focus on and try and utilise, play to his strengths a little bit, will be the pace, of course, the dribbling, of course, and then obviously he's a left forward, so we're going to be wanting to score some goals with him, get that weak foot into action as well. So we'll get into some gameplay in just a moment. If you're enjoying the video, please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more FIFA 21 player reviews, and let me know if you've used Mark Overmars in the comment section below. I'd like to see how other people are finding him. But let's get into some gameplay and see how he plays in game, and then we'll see what I feel like his stats really do feel like and see where he sits on the chart. Alright, so there's some clips of Mark Overmars on the screen, and first of all I need to tell you he is absolutely insanely like rocket speed. He is rapid. 95 pace, it definitely feels like 95 pace. I know I've said before other players are the fastest player that I've used on FIFA so far. This guy trumps them all. He is the quickest player I've used, absolutely rapid, and once he's away, you ain't catching him. And he can be from behind it and go forward. He is absolutely insane. And the dribbling as well also comes in very handy. He can dribble left, right, centre, everywhere. He can just turn players, get into the positions that he needs, and then score goals. But definitely the pace and the dribbling, as we thought by looking at the card originally when we were going through the stats, are the two most important stats that he has there, and they're the best two stats. The shooting's pretty good as well. I don't remember him missing too many chances. It wasn't the best of the best, but it wasn't as low as what it would perhaps suggest. He got into some really good positions. But I think, to be fair with that, it's because he got away from all the defenders. He didn't really have to shoot from far out because he was already so far past everyone that actually he was managing to get one-on-one quite a lot. So the shooting felt pretty good, the pace felt insane, the dribbling felt really, really good, and the passing didn't feel too bad either. Obviously the stat isn't the best, and his passing reflected that really. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either, so obviously, you know, average. And then the only other thing that was letting him down a little bit was the strength that we thought would, because it is so low. He's a small guy. If you did get into positions with him where he would be sort of shoulder on shoulder with someone, he probably would lose that. But where he was so fast and so good at dribbling, most of the time he was away from him anyway. So it's not a massive problem, but it is a problem because you will find yourself sometimes in positions where you need the strength. So let's get back into the attribute details now. I'll go what I feel like his attribute details really do feel like in game, and then we'll see where he sits on that chart for the best left forward that we've used on FIFA 21 so far. So 95 pace is an insane stat, absolutely rapid, and I'm going to stick with 95 pace. I feel like going up from there would just be absolutely ridiculous, and that is sort of like the end of the game sort of stats if you're going any higher than 95. 95 pace at this point in the game is absolutely incredible, and he felt like it was 95. I'm going to bring the shooting up slightly as well. It didn't feel too bad. We're going to go for about an 83 for the shooting. As I said, he was always in the right position to score the one-on-ones. He didn't need to blast it from outside the box and all that stuff. So really, really good shooting for the stats that it says on the card. So we're going to bring it up a little bit. The 80 passing, we touched on that a little bit during the actual gameplay showing, but I'm going to stick with 80 because 80 is sort of like a really average stat for me. I feel like 85 is good, 90 is incredible, 80 is average, 75 low, 70 just forget about it. But 80 passing, average, and it felt about average. He didn't feel insanely good at passing, but he didn't mess up passes all the time. So 80 passing feels about right. Now the 88 dribbling, this can come up a little bit because his dribbling was definitely his second most important asset to him, and that can come up to a 90. So that's pretty insane when you think about it. We've got 95 pace, 83 shooting, and 90 dribbling, by my opinion, on this card. And I'd have to give that just because I think it was the agility and the balance that really sort of pushed that stat up, because he was just managing to turn and get away from people so quickly and so easily. I have to give him a higher dribbling. The defending we won't touch because he is a left forward. He didn't have to do any defending, and he did score a header though, so maybe that can come up to like 46. But what does that matter really? And then the physical, 64 is low, and I'm gonna have to stick with that, to be honest. It felt like he was getting pushed off the ball a bit if he did get into them sort of 1v1s with a defender. So yeah, his strength felt pretty naff. So 64 physical on that is about right. So is Mark Overmars worth the coins? You're paying quite a bit for this guy, and he is really good. 530k I paid for him. I'm going to have to say he's probably not worth it, just because there's a lot of players that can do what he can do for a lot cheaper. He is a lot of fun to use, don't get me wrong, but probably not worth the coins. But nonetheless, we'll see where he sits on that chart of the best left forwards. So he sits at number 1 anyway, so he is the best left forward that I've played with, but he is also the most expensive by quite some margin. So obviously I said he's not worth it. Doesn't mean he's not a really good player. It just means that the price tag that's attached to him, you can get better for cheaper, or the same, or even just slightly less for a lot less. So just for value, I wouldn't say he's worth it, but he is still the best left forward that I've played with on FIFA 21 so far. So hopefully this video has helped you with your decision if you was going to buy Mark Overmars. As always, if you did enjoy the video, please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, let me know if you've used Overmars or if you're planning on it, and as always, thank you for watching. Bye bye.